Alright, let's talk about the Cobray, the M10 or M10. Now this one I don't have the stock for it, but I do have the mock suppressor and 2 magazines, which is what it comes with. 2 magazines. Probably the only thing I don't like about these is that the magazines are plastic. And then the mock suppressor, which screws onto the threaded front, just like it would if it was a real suppressor. The way I'm going to take this down is with this 2-piece pin. There's actually a different type of pin that's just one piece that's just held in by the spring tension. This one is actually 2 pieces. There's a main pin that's hollow, and then inside there is a smaller pin that goes through from the other side and locks in place around the hollow portion. To remove that, just find something to lift that up so that that inside pin has some place to go. You can use just about anything, but I like to make this really easy by using a nylon punch and a nylon hammer. In order to knock that pin out, you need to see what direction that pin is in there. Right there you can see what direction that is. Obviously you need to push it towards this direction, pushing it from this direction. Easiest way I found to do that, now you can use just about anything, even a screwdriver will work, but if you don't want to mar up your finish, take a nylon punch, put it on there at the angle you want it to push, nylon hammer, just give it one solid wrap and that'll push it through. And again, you can push this through with just about anything, but just an appropriate sized drift punch knocks that right out. Once you have the inner piece out, take the tension off the internal springs, pull that out, and you'll see where that's under tension, and then you can see where this is hollow. Set both of those aside. Once you have that out, that spring tension will cause this to want to slide forward. Just let it slide forward so that it clears the hammer. Then you have your upper and lower receiver separated. Lower receiver and the upper receiver. Now to finish taking this down to complete the field strip, all you do is pull this to the rear. Notice the keyhole shape until it is inside that keyhole shape, and then it should pull right out. It's locked in place right there. Once that's out, the whole bolt assembly and recoil spring assembly will pull out, and there's your disassembled upper receiver, basic field strip. To reassemble it, put it in the cocked position. On safe, just to make sure it stays in the cocked position. Upper and lower receiver. Upper receiver fits into the lower receiver with the plate on the back of the upper receiver fitting into that space above the spacer in the back of the receiver, back of the lower receiver. Push that in and you'll see this hole misaligns just a little bit. You can put pressure on it, put your finger around the inside of the trigger guard, thumb on the upper receiver, and that should be enough to get that to realign. Once you get that realigned, 2-piece receiver pin, take the large piece, once you get that aligned, push it in from the back side until it comes through as far as it'll go. Take the small piece, push it through the hole going the other way until it locks, and it will actually catch on the other side, and there is your fully reassembled M10, Mac-10, Mac-11, M11 Uzi, depending on which model and which company you have. Safe works. Put it on fire and it'll work. Charging handle to recock it and it works. Hold the trigger back, charging handle, and when you release the trigger it should click. That tells you your disconnector is functioning properly. Reapply the safety. Safety functions. Now if you have any of the other cool parts to it, a couple of magazines, make sure that your magazine release functions properly, catches, releases, and then of course you can always attach the other fun pieces just to make it look cooler than what it really is. And you grab some ammo and go play. Now there's also a stock, a butt plate that goes on here that attaches through this hole here. I unfortunately don't have that for this. Thanks for watching, and check out my other videos.